Hey friends, welcome back today for a new video. It is going to be my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty recommendations. It is time for another sale. Ulta is starting their 21 Days of Beauty this Sunday, so I thought I would film a video for you with my recommendations. However, I am going to do this video a little bit different. I thought it would be kind of fun to do my top 21 picks from the 21 Days of Beauty. So I am going to be sharing with you all of my recommendations, my top 21. I thought it would be kind of a fun way to share my favorite products with you that are part of this sale. So if that sounds good, let's go ahead now and get started. If this is your first time shopping the sale, how it works is every single day there is going to be a list of products that are on sale for that specific day. So like I said, it begins Sunday and then it's going to run through April, and every single day there will be a set of products that are 50% off, and then the next day there'll be a new set of products and so forth. They are only available for that day. So if you want something, make sure to mark your calendars, make sure to flag it. I'll have links to everything down below, so if you want to just flag the items, you can do so that way. They also have the calendar up so you can see each one of the days, what's going to be on sale. There are a few surprise steals, so those they do announce on the day of the sale, so it is helpful to kind of check back and look at each day and see if there's anything that comes up that you didn't see before. But I will of course have links to Ulta down below. It is an affiliate link, so if you are shopping the sale, I definitely recommend using an affiliate link. It doesn't have to be mine. That alarm scared me so much. Oh my gosh. Try to use the links though, because it does of course help out influencers and it doesn't cost you anything extra to just use that link when you are shopping. So like I said, mine will be down below, and let's get into the products. I have almost all of them to show you guys like in person so you can see them. So first on my list, this is not going to be like a ranking, it's just more going to be my 21 recommendations, so keep that in mind. It's not in order. But first up, I do have for you the Urban Decay Hydrating Lipsticks, and I have my favorite shade picked out to show you. This is the shade Local, and this is a really nice formula. It is very hydrating on the lips, as it says in the name, but it does have a really good color payoff. It almost reminds me a little bit, honestly, you guys, I'll put a little on so you can see. It almost reminds me of those Tarte products that went viral. You guys will see those in a minute as well, but they're Maracuja lips. It kind of reminds me of that formula. It has the high shine of it, but it still is very hydrating and has a nice feel to the lips. It isn't plumping though, so it doesn't have that plumping factor, but it is really nice. And the bullet on them is great as well, and this is going to be half off, so lots of different colors I'm sure to choose from, but this one is my favorite. I love like these pinky mauves. There's just something about those. Next on my list is going to be the Lorac Pro palettes. I never really hear a lot from Lorac. I love Lorac personally. I think that their shadows are amazing, especially these two palettes. I really enjoy these. So this is the Sorel palette. Sorel, I think is how you say that. So beautiful, right? It's just like a perfect warm tone palette. I love how this is separated. So you have like the mattes and then you have the shimmers on the other side. And then this one, if you like cool tones, you'll really like this one. This is the Noir palette, and this one is so beautiful. It just has all of those nice, rich, cool tone, just not focusing. Sorry guys, here it is. Cool tone shades that I love so much. It almost has a little bit of a grungier feel. You've got a lot of silvers in there. I think that their formula is really nice. It's an easy matte formula, blends really nicely, and their shimmers are very pigmented and they last really well. I think that they're a great brand. I don't know why they're not talked about as much as I feel like some other brands are, but I think their shadow palettes are really good, and especially if you can get them at a discount, I think that that is a good way to go if you're looking for new eyeshadows. Next on my list is the Benefit Box Blushes. These are going to be a part of the sale as well. I don't know if it's all the colors. I'm assuming it's going to be, since it just says the box blushes, but I have 4 different ones in my collection. These are really great blushes. I've had these, oh my gosh, for so long. Dandelion used to be an absolute favorite of mine. You can tell I've used quite a dent in this one, but it's just a really pretty pink blush. It has a little bit of a sheen, more of like a satin formula to it, but it just looks really nice on the skin. It looks nice and healthy. I have Gold Rush. I also have this one here, which is California, and then I know that they recently came out with new colors as well. The last one I have is Rocketeer, if I didn't mention, but I know that they have those newer ones. I know they have that really pretty orange one, so I know a lot of people really thought those were really great, and I think the packaging on those is also a little bit slimmed down too, because these can be a little bulky. I personally think they're cute packaging, so it doesn't bother me, but I know that those have been highly recommended to me personally from a few people, so if you are looking for a new blush, might be worth checking these ones out. Next recommendation I have is the Juvia's Place lip glosses. So there is a day where they have Black owned beauty brands a part of the sale, and Juvia's Place's lips are included in that. So I love their lip glosses. I think they are so nice. They're very pigmented. They glide on really nice. They're not goopy, not sticky. They're just a nice formula. So I pulled 2 different colors to show you guys. Their new ones are also included in it, which I was surprised to see, but these came out in the Candy Shop collection. They have a really pretty swirl look to them, and these are included. And then we also have just their regular glosses. This is one of my favorite colors right here. I can't even think of the name, Butterscotch. And this one kind of reminds me, honestly, of the same kind of look of the Urban Decay, but maybe a little more nude, but it has such a good shine to it. Like I said, very comfortable on the lips, and they have really pretty colors to choose from. Lots of options there. I believe their lip liners are also a part of that, and their matte lipsticks, which I also think are good as well. I feel like it couldn't be an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty without me recommending the MAC Fix Plus. I used this morning when I got ready. It's just a staple. If you are someone especially who deals with dry skin, it's a great finishing spray. If you apply this after you apply your powders, then it's going to help just melt them into your skin, just make your skin look all over nicer. And I like to use it also just as a refresher throughout the day if I'm feeling a little dry. I have quite a lot of dryness going around my mouth right now, and this can just feel nice and hydrating. It has the close, which I like as well, the little lock there, so I feel like it's not gonna spill out. I feel like we all know what MAC Fix Plus is, but I have to recommend it because, of course, getting it at a discount is always great. These are the lips I was talking about before. These are from Tarte. These are the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps. Very surprised to see these a part of the 21 Days this year because these are relatively new and they are definitely a bestseller for Tarte. So I'm surprised to kind of see them discounting these because I know everyone has been going ham for them, especially people are talking about them a lot on TikTok, but really love them. They're a great formula. Like I said, they're kind of similar to the Urban Decay ones, but this is the shade Cherry Blossom. It's the only shade that I have, so I might actually grab a couple more shades myself while they're at a discount. I think they ended up being like $12 with the sale. Really great formula. Again, it's very shiny and really nice on the lips. It has a little bit of a coconut scent, but it is going to be a little bit plumping, so it's definitely going to give you a little bit more of a fuller lip appearance. The packaging on this one, I feel like isn't as bad as the Makeup by Mario one because I have tried his, and that one kind of just smears all over this packaging. As long as you don't like take it up too far, I feel like it's pretty good. But these are really nice, and I'll definitely be picking up a few more colors myself. Like I said, the one I have is Cherry Blossom, so it's a pretty color. I really like this one, but I want to grab a couple more. My next recommendation is going to be the Persona Super Blushes. These are great. They are great, especially the color Bubble. I was like looking for that one here, but I have all 3 of the colors that they have released. I honestly think there might be a 4th one. I don't have that one, but I have the original 3 that they launched. So this shade right here is Georgia. It's just a really pretty nude. Then you have the shade Caramel, which has a little bit more of a mauve undertone to it. And then we have Bubble, which is of course that bright baby doll pink that we all have been loving lately. This is such a nice formula. It definitely is one of those blushes that gives you more of like a diffused look. It's still very pigmented, but it doesn't look overly harsh on the skin, and it blends out really smoothly. It just lasts really long too on the face. I highly recommend these, and I can't believe they're a part of the sale because again, these are a bestseller for Persona. Next, I wanted to give a mention to the Bare Minerals Loose Bronzer. I think the loose bronzer is really nice. I think it is an overlooked product because a lot of people probably are like, why would I want a loose bronzer? Like, that kind of sounds weird, but it's really pretty on the skin. I wanted to give a quick swatch of it so you could see kind of how it looks, but here is what it looks like. If you are someone who doesn't like to wear a lot of maybe heavier makeup, or you don't want, you know, a super powdery look to your skin, this is going to look a little bit more natural. And because it is a powder, it just kind of finely goes into your skin. It's a really nice formula, and I have mine in the shade Warmth. I think there are, of course, a couple of different shade options, so get one that matches you best, but I think Warmth is a good match on me. Up next, I've got Grande Brow. I love this stuff. I credit this to actually growing my brows back. I haven't used it in a while because, as you can tell, I have pretty fluffy brows, pretty, you know, hairy brows. I don't technically need to use this anymore because I do feel like I got what I needed out of it, but there was a time where my brows were very far apart and they were kind of very sparse because, like a lot of you, I just plucked the crap out of them and I needed something to help me grow them back, and I used this, and I swear by this stuff. Like, it grew my brows back so fast and so nice. Even if you have like a little bald patch or something like that, try using this because it does really work. I even got my neighbor hooked on it as well. She was like, I think I need to stop using this because my brows are getting out of control. Like, hers were just growing all fluffy. So it's a really great product. Definitely great to get it on sale too because it is expensive. Professional primers are going to be a part of the sale as well, and I do recommend these. I think they're a really great pore filling primer. I feel like they're like the OG of primers when it comes to pore filling. I really enjoy the hydrating one, but I also do like the pearl one as well. I think these are just nice to just fill in any pores that you do have that are a little bit larger. It's a nice thick formula, but it's still going to be thin enough to where it's not going to be too heavy on the skin. I personally like the hydrating one because it does feel a little bit cooling, so it feels nice when you're applying it, and I don't feel like it's as, it's still thick, but it's not as, I don't know the word, because the other ones feel the same on the face, but it's not as heavy maybe as the other ones, but they're not heavy at all. So I don't know how to explain it, but it just does have a nice cooling effect to it, and it does feel, in my personal opinion, a little bit better on the skin than the other ones, but I still think the other ones are good as well. And then we have the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like this does go on sale most Ulta 21 days, I believe. They typically have this a part of it, and it's a great concealer. I've recently fallen back in love with it. I, for a while, was kind of just like on this, you know, trying every concealer out there hunt, and I feel like I've kind of resorted back to my favorites now, and Tarte is definitely one of them if you like a full coverage concealer. Definitely a full coverage concealer. I feel like when I use this, I don't have to set it as much as I do some of my other concealers because it is so thick. It just looks nice under the eyes. I do deal with some dark circles, so I'm always trying to hide those if I can. I just think it's a really good one. I also have been back on my Too Faced one as well, which I love. I think that's what I'm wearing today, but Tarte is definitely a good one. The shade that I use is the shade Light Sand. Next up, we have the Derma Blend Setting Powder. I have a small one. This is their loose setting powder. I've actually been using this a bunch lately, so I feel like I'm gonna run out of it soon, but I just have a little sample that I'm using right now. I think I went through a full size though in the past. This is a really nice setting powder if you're looking for something that isn't too heavy, that is just really finely milled. This one is great. I also feel like it doesn't have as thick of a feel to it as some of the other setting powders out there. It doesn't have a white cast, but it's very white, so you are able to see it as you apply it. My favorite way to use this is just with a puff and kind of just press it into the skin. I feel like it looks really flawless, and it is nice to, of course, get setting powder at a discount because I hate spending money on powders. Like, I can buy lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes and everything all day long, but for some reason, buying like a high-end powder, I'm like, do I have to? So I love getting these at a discount. Next, I want to talk about my Derma Flash. So if you are or have been thinking about shaving your face, highly recommend the Derma Flash. I forever was using those Tinkle razors, and I do still use them from time to time because they are a little bit more convenient than the Derma Flash, but this really does work so much better. So if you haven't heard of it, it is a vibrating, if I can find my button here. Oh my gosh. Oh no, mine is dead, but it is a vibrating option to remove your facial hair. So what you're gonna do is kind of work it at an angle and go down and remove any peach fuzz you have or any dead skin that you're looking to get rid of. It does have a small vibration to it too, so it's really gonna help kind of get in there and get in your skin. It's great. It's great. I have the pink one. I don't know if the pink one's gonna be a part of the sale. I got mine on Amazon, but it is a great product. You do have to replace the heads though a little bit more often because it is such an intense like shave. I feel like I can normally do it like 3 times before I have to replace the head, and I feel like the Tinkle ones I can use maybe 3 times as well, but those ones are so much more affordable. I do recommend the Derma Flash, but it is expensive, so you know, I'm recommending at a discount here. I was so excited to see this next product a part of the sale because I love this product. I love it. It's from Kopari. This is called their Sun Shield Body Glow SPF 50. This is good, you guys. I used this all last summer, so I'll show you how it works, but it is essentially just a body like oil, but it is a sunscreen and it has a glow to it, so it is going to leave your skin looking nice and hydrated. It almost has a little bit of a glittery look, so when you're in the sun, you're like sunbathing or wherever you are, it just has such a pretty look to it while having SPF. And it's so nice on the skin too because it doesn't feel like sticky or overly, you know, sunscreen can sometimes just make you feel like crunchy. I don't know how else to explain it, but it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like you applied like a moisturizer to your skin. It has the best like coconut scent to it. I love it. I used it all last summer, so I was really excited to see that part of the sale because I think it came out last year, so it's relatively new product. So I don't have the next product to talk about, but I have the sister product to it. So the Nude Sticks bronzing sticks are going to be on sale. I don't have any of the bronzers, but I do have the blushes, and I love the blushes. I think it's such a great formula. Very, very blendable, very smooth on the skin. The shade that I have is the shade Bohemian Rose. Yes, Bohemian Rose, and I have used so much of this. Like, I honestly think I'm going to like run out of it soon. It is such a great cream product. If you are new to cream products, I think that Nude Sticks sticks is a great way to go because they are so blendable and just easy. They're kind of foolproof. They also come with a brush on the other side, so if you want to just have it out with your brush, you can do that as well. I haven't tried the bronzing sticks, but I am thinking about getting maybe 1 or 2 because I do like this formula so much, and I kind of want to try that and see how it compares. So I don't fully know that those are amazing, but I would assume they're pretty similar to the blush sticks. Another expensive skincare tool is the PMD, and this is what I have next for you. This is the facial cleanser, facial tool. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Scrubby. I'm not exactly sure how they say this. I don't have the Ulta thing next to me, but this is the PMD facial cleanser, and I like this product. I like this product because it has this back to it, and this is heated. So that part is really cool. It feels so nice on the skin. I don't always use the other side for cleansing because I feel like the vibration just isn't something I extra love. Like, it just, I don't know. You can use this to remove any dead skin, use it while you are exfoliating, anything like that. It has a nice like vibration to it. We've got even a larger, and then it has like a pulsing one as well, which is just kind of weird on your face, but it does work, and it definitely removes your makeup a lot easier than like your fingers. So for that, it does work. But what I love about it is the backside, and like I said, this is heated. So if you just turn this on here, it's going to heat up, and this feels so nice when you are applying your serums. It just feels like you're in like a spa because it's heated. So like when you're putting them on your skin, it feels magical, but also because it is also heated, it is penetrating your skin a little bit more than if you were just using them like at room temperature. So I think it's cool for that reason. I almost wish they would make it just like on its own with like the heated part because I really do just love that part so much. I mean, the other side of course is nice to have, but I don't know that I would recommend it 100% at the full price because I only use like the one side of it for the most part. But since you're getting it at a discount, you know, this part is really nice. So I just want to throw that in there. And then the last products I have to talk about, I do not have with me, and these are kind of just products I wanted to do as more of an honorable mention. These are products that either I've used in the past or that I just think are worth checking out during the sale. So first one is the ABH Brow Wiz. It's a nice brow pencil. I've used several of them in the past, and it's great to get a high-end brow pencil at an affordable price. I know the Benefit Goof Proof is also a part of the sale. That's what I used in my brows today, if you would like that one. And then the Flawless Skincare Fridge is also on sale. I don't personally have that one, but I do have another skincare fridge. It kind of does the opposite of the heating. It more or less cools your products. It's really great for eye patches and your like moisturizers, things like that. They feel nice and cooling on the skin. If you have room for a skincare fridge, might be worth looking into. And then I have the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. This is a product I've never tried, but I personally want to try, so I thought I would mention it because I'm personally wanting to give that one a try. I always am looking for new concealers. I love trying new concealers, so I haven't used that one personally, but I wanted to flag it because I know Fenty is new to Ulta as well, so I was excited to see them take part in the sale. And then the last one that I have is just the Beauty Blender. You may be asking, why are you recommending the Beauty Blender? Because I feel like I always tell you guys there are better alternatives, but I'm recommending it because it is only $10. So if that is your regular sponge that you like to use, it's a great discount on it, and I do feel like it's still relatively the same price as a lot of drugstore sponges. I do personally love the Wet n Wild one, which is like $4, so it's still quite a bit more money than the Wet n Wild one, but I know so many people use the original Beauty Blender, so I did want to highlight that because it is a good time to stock up on those if that is the sponge that you like to use. But after that, you guys, that is going to do it for this 21 recommendations for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Hopefully you enjoyed this one and you found it helpful. Like I said, I will try to link down below all of the products that I talked about, and also my link to the calendar if you want to check that out and you want to shop the sale. Thank you as always for using my links, like I said, and I think that's it. I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.